Art is an expression of the beauty of Christ. You look at Christianity, the architecture of our churches, the stained glass windows, music, representation of the saints. Through art, we can experience our connection to God on a different level. Church is a place where art and artists should thrive. I hope the following piece not only engages you, but inspires you.
In 2011, I had an exhibition of photographs of my cityscapes in Savannah. And 3 months at a time, I started dreaming of my grandmother. She'd been dead 40-some years. And so I got 4 remaining sisters and a brother. And after the second dream, I said, "Any of y'all dreaming about Big Mommy?" And he said, "Oh, no, we haven't thought about Big Mommy, And then after the third set, I had one sister said, "I don't know what you were doing, but you better get it together because Big Mommy didn't play. So you better go back and sleep and figure out what she is trying to get you to do." And Big Mommy had talked to me a lot about cotton and stuff. And so I was struggling with it. And then finally I said, and maybe that's the cotton. I'll never forget driving this 35 miles outside of Savannah. And I'm saying, "You see no black people?" I said, "Big Mommy, you're not sending me someplace I can't get out, are you?"
Cotton and plant is really quite brutal. I don't think I realized that before I experienced John's photography. It is, walking through those cotton fields is like walking through barbed wire. That a product so soft as cotton could produce such a hostile environment around it is extraordinary. And he was moved to this by a dream, was moved to a particular place, and then realized later that his grandparent must have been very near to that location as well.
He said, "Well, this property has been in my family for 7 generations. And it flipped me out. Because like Big Mommy sent me home. That I never really checked, but I just felt that some of my relatives had worked this property.
People tend to look at the surface, and John goes deeper. And when you look at his stuff, you're drawn into a deeper understanding. I think it's incredible.
There's a brutal aspect to this cotton exhibit that should provoke us to consider historical questions of justice and equity and care for our fellow human beings and the conditions under which they live and work.
I think it inspires prayer. It inspires a sense of our small place in a larger universe that we understand through the Gospels.
Even before I saw the work, I was completely taken in by the story. There was just something so compelling about it, and literally called and stirred to do something with it. So it took a while to figure out what that was going to be. Lyric Fest is an organization that commissions music all the time. Okay, we have a 20th anniversary season coming up. This will be the biggest thing that we've ever done. So we decided that we would commission songs, we would commission poems, and we didn't really know how it was going to go. Every poet that I sent this to had that kind of immediate response. Like I feel it. Something's I want to be a part of it.
The arts program has been in place, I think, since the old Church of the Savior became the cathedral, and we feature art on our walls constantly, and it changes just about every month.
We believe here that there's a union between contemplation and engagement, between the beauty of God's creation and working for justice, that it shouldn't be one or the other, but both together. We have a very contemplative liturgy, which benefits from having artistic creation on the walls, whether explicitly religious or not.
This is a very important ministry for us. It is a way of reaching people with the love that we know in Jesus through the experience of created beauty.